You guys remember the app that we created last year? The app that was so bad that it got removed by the Google himself. Yeah, we are doing that. This time we are gonna make a game. Simple math, I like playing games, so I'm gonna make a game. Well, first thing first, we are going to install Godot. 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 But why do people say Godot? I don't know. English is Englishing, I guess. Well, Godot was trending few days back. We are not gonna talk about that for sure. Let's just download that. For those who don't know what Godot is basically a game engine. What is game engine? Game engines are basically software that are jam-packed with tools that you need for developing games, so you don't have to do. Basically, it makes game making process fun rather than. Also, this is the open source software. We love open source software because the engine will not have hidden TOC and sneaky way to sneak money out of us.
So we got these two files with the Godot zip folder. And what is console? I think console. What is console? I think every programs or project I create will appear there. And this one is this is also console. Oh, I think I don't have any project, that's why it's showing nothing. So let's just create one project. Create what should I name? Let's name it Pahla Game Babul. Forward plus, I think it's for the PC, mobile is for mobile, and this one is for dev, I think. So let's just create mobile. Let's not overthink anything. Installing is done, but now the most difficult part starts to learn this software. I think this software also uses its own language, which is I think GD script, that makes it extra fun.
So we have installed the software. I'm learning a little bit of GD script, learning some pixel art, but I think we are missing something. I don't know what. Can you guys guess? Maybe the game idea. I think we need one of those, right?
Meanwhile,
So I created something. This is not too much or something amazing, but this is something. I just created buttons. There are two buttons, play and exit. Exit button does the obvious thing, exits the game, and the play button is basically a scene changer. So this is the scene 1 where these two buttons exist, and this is the scene 2 where these two buttons exist. So scene 1 is my main menu, and if I press play, so the game should start. This is scene 2 and the label on the button is note for myself. I also added exit button because why not. So if I press this, we will go back to the main menu, and if I play, then scene 2, then back, then forward, back, forward. I also added exit button here because I was learning to link stuff. So this is far more easy than it looks. Of course, I will add the link to all the resources in the description, but these things are so easy that explaining these things feels like a waste of time. So I'm not gonna do that. You can always check the description for resources.
I think I have got something. Remember a while back I made a video about typing fast and cleaning keyboard. That video made me realize how much we neglect our setup. It's an important part of everyone's life. Not everyone's, but my life, and I think I spend most of my time on my setup, but even then I barely take care of it. So
I'm going to make a game where the player has to take care of a computer setup, cleaning, upgrading, updating, all that. But the twist is you can only perform these tasks in the game if you actually do them in real life. So for example, after 1 month, your in-game keyboard will get dirty and need cleaning. The game will notify you, give you deadline, give you ultimatums to clean it. But to clean it in the game, you will need to clean your real keyboard first.
And then you will get wrong. I think it's a decent idea. It's not one of those games which will force you to log in daily or hourly. It's less competitive, more of a chill game. Although this is my first game, I'm not gonna aim for something crazy. Knowing my luck, even if I try something crazy, it will flop anyways. So why not start small? Now speaking of small,
I made this keyboard and let me explain how it works. So basically over time the keyboard will start to get dirty. Like in about a month you will start to notice mold, dirt and even flies around it. So you the user have to clean it. Also these keys are not my creation. I used a preset for that. The link will be in the description. But the board, that's my work because I want to be able to change the keyboard color and offer multiple options to the user to pick from. It's been more than 6 hours and this is what I have created. Basically the keyboard is changing color, which means the keyboard is getting dirtier and dirtier, and finally it will reach total black, and then you have to click on it and it will get clean. Also it will start to get dirty again. I also want to add some particle animation, some sound effect when clicked, but for now it's good enough. And now I think I can start doing some background work.
I know it's not that impressive, but at least now I understand what is scene, node, sprite, script. I think most people understand what is a script and node. You know, all the cool stuff. And if you are learning, by the way, if you are learning alongside me, then don't worry. Every single resources and every single videos that I will use to learn this, I will link it down below. So even if video skips some parts, don't worry, there is something there in the description and in the notes. You will find something helpful. I take care of you guys so much. At least you guys can subscribe to me.
Now for the background, I already have several options that I have made in past. I think I'm gonna use my most recent one, which is a Goa beach scene. Alright, I think I'm done adding background to the game. The implementation was straightforward. I created a sprite, added animation and scripted it. As you can see, there is a slow zoom effect. That's all thanks to the script and animation. Now there are so many ideas that I want to work on, but I have to put that on hold because I need to make an important decision. Should I make this game in landscape mode or vertical? Because that's gonna save the environment of the game. I have decided to go with the landscape mode because I can draw the table and everything on it without making it look cramped. Believe me, I have tested it. I know it looks like a primary school kid's drawing. I really want to add particle animation when cleaning along with the sound effect, but let's just focus on the keyboard for now. Right now I'm just working on the table. I'm thinking of adding a wall on the right side. I liked the sketch I made, but getting the perspective right is difficult. You know, once I make the wall, there is no going back. I also want the table to be really wide so I can add daily trash like paper, cup, USB cable, earphone, sticky note and all the other stuff that people leave on their desk. Because you know, you need to clean your keyboard once a month and it can make you forget about the app. There are so many apps that people just install and then forget. So you know, I want to add daily trash that you can clean. If you don't clean it daily or once a week, then it will pile up on your table and it will just fill up your table. Like you can't even see keyboard or anything. But I will try to make this optional, so you have to, you know, click on a checkbox to make these things appear, because as I said, I don't want this app to be toxic productivity app. Let's talk about the wall. The main reason I want to include the wall is because I want to add a customizable and personalization touch. For example, you can decide to add posters, neon light with your name and stuff like these on the wall, or anything, man. There are endless possibilities. Even I can replace the wall with window or extend the room. I still don't want to overcomplicate anything, so we will keep it simple and stick to that table. Now that we have decided to work on the landscape setup, it's time to enhance the art, and I'm gonna start with the table and the monitor, and if I feel like it, I will do other stuff like bookshelf and anything else. But right now I'm in like Godot zone. I really want to work on Godot, so don't expect something cool from me right now. So this is where we are right now, and I think I'm done with the monitor. I need to fix the perspective of the keyboard. Other than that, everything looks fine. Of course, the art is a mess. It's a khichdi. You know, background is shaded or detailed work, keyboard is pixel art, monitor is simple illustration with extrusion. I also added gradient for the light, and the table is semi isometric art. So it's a mess. It's a khichdi. But if I have to be honest with you, I don't really care right now because, as I said, I'm in Godot zone. So let's just transfer these things to the Godot. Well, now that I look at it, I think it's kind of improvement. And I'm done transferring the stuff. I think we have created the platform for the game, and from here we can start improving the game or adding stuff to it. For example, we can start working on the monitor or daily tasks. I think I will make the monitor weekly task because they do be getting really dusty real quick. I also want to add option to hold on any object and it will start a timer for you, and you need to clean your, for example, keyboard. before that timer runs out, because sometimes we put extra time on the stuff that don't really need them. But these things will be for episode 2, and I think the first thing I will do in episode 2 is fix the keyboard hitbox, I guess. If I click, because right now if I click anywhere on the screen, it cleans the keyboard, and we don't want that, because in future if I add a monitor and if I click anywhere, the both monitor and the keyboard will get cleaned. So we need a hitbox for keyboard and hitbox for monitor and hitbox for trash and stuff like that. But for now I think this is where I'm gonna stop.
So this was develop one for you guys. I don't know where to do. I'm going to end this video here, but make sure to like, subscribe and all that. We are really close to 300, so the sooner we hit 300, the sooner I will be able to upload a new video. Also, if you liked that background I created, you guys can watch this video where I made that background. I still need to upload the part 2 of that video. Anyways, subscribe and bye.